to a very special edition of your award-winning Kingsport Chamber Zone, the show that's all about this great city of Kingsport we call home, and your Kingsport Chamber of Commerce. I am Bob Figgins with your Kingsport Chamber, and she is my good friend, co-host, little holiday elf, and excellent gift giver, Laura Woods. Well, at least that's what others tell me. Laura Woods with Care Centers Management Consulting, and this is our annual holiday party, our annual holiday CZ, and we've come to our Christmas party that we hold every year here at your Kingsport Chambers Holiday After Hours, and where else? The Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center.
I have decided, since we talk about the annual dinner being your personal winter bash, this is my personal winter bash. I have decided that this holiday after hours is from here on out going to be my personal winter's bash.
And I'm glad I'm invited.
Of course you
Just because the show's here, though, right?
You and the rest of Kingsport, because it is a huge crowd here at Meadowview Marriott for the Kingsport Chambers Holiday After Hours. Always a festive scene here. People are in great mood. We've got great food because it is here at Meadowview, something that they are famous for. And speaking of Meadowview, they've had just another fantastic year, and that doesn't surprise anybody. We will have the new general manager, John Rothkopf, on the show to talk about what is expected for 2015, as well as perhaps give us a preview of some events coming up here.
Absolutely. Look forward to meeting John. And the city of Kingsport's also had a banner year. We'll have our resident CZ expert on anything and everything Kingsport, Tim Whaley, on our show to talk about all the great accomplishments and developments that have occurred in Kingsport this past year. He'll also look in his crystal ball to see what's ahead for our city in 2015.
It's going to be an exciting show, and of course we couldn't be here and couldn't be talking about fun times and holiday and high spirits without, of course, giving you a preview of...
Drum roll, cue the trumpets.
Bob's
lights are flashing.
That's just the smoke alarm.
Oh.
Bob's personal winter bash, which is, of course, the Kingsport Chambers annual dinner. This year will be the 68th annual dinner. It promises to be another fantastic event. You'll want to get your tickets as soon as they go on sale. We will have all of the information you could possibly need for that event when we have Dan Cates with WJHL, who is, of course, the host sponsor for the 16th straight year, on the show to tell us about it. It'll be great.
Oh yeah, it's a fun CZ ahead. If you're not already in a festive and fun and jolly Christmas mood, then you certainly will be after this show. But first things first, let's check out your upcoming events with your Kingsport Chamber of Commerce. We are so happy to be joined by our host for tonight's Kingsport Chamber Zone and a newcomer to Kingsport. John Rothkopf is the new general manager here at the globally recognized Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. John, thanks for hosting us tonight, the After Hours. Welcome to Meadowview, welcome to Kingsport, and welcome to your first, what hopefully will be many appearances on your Kingsport Chamber Zone.
Well, I hope so, Bob. Thanks so much. I can't tell you what a treat it is for me and my family to be in the Kingsport area, and it's just really a lot of fun to see the hospitality. Growing up in Indiana, you think you know about Hoosier hospitality, and I most recently lived in North Carolina, and you think a little bit about the hospitality, but in my 31 years with Marriott and over 11 different locations, I can't tell you how welcoming I felt and my family coming into this area. So.
Which kind of goes into my next question. As Bob mentioned, you are a newcomer to the area, so of course we're interested to know, what were your first impressions of Kingsport and the Meadowview?
To be honest with you, I didn't know a lot about the resort before, even though I lived 3 hours away, but I was over the mountain, and so when I came here the first time, I came as a guest, which I came over the mountain, and when I drove up, I saw Bays Mountain, I saw the resort, and then again, nobody knew who I was, and the team here just made me feel so comfortable. And we actually went down, my wife and I went down to the chamber office in the Convention Bureau, and again, went as guests, and I can't tell you, again, as kind of an unobserved person coming into this area, I just felt so comfortable and welcome.
Well, and you mentioned the wonderful welcome that you received from the team here at Meadowview, and of course, what that means is that, once again, Meadowview has just had a fantastic year as far as guest satisfaction is concerned, the customer surveys, revenues, events. I mean, you just have had a landmark year. Tell us about all of your success.
Well, you know what's interesting is we've actually changed our guest satisfaction. As you know, social media has become so important in our business and every business. So we were a little nervous on how that would apply to all our Marriott hotels. And of course, when you do things right and you show great hospitality and you take care of your associates, it shows up with our guests. And we have been ranked in the top 10 of all of Marriott's all year, and we hope to finish in the top 5 this year.
And all that great customer service turns into great revenues and great profits for Meadowview, John, which means big business for the city as well.
For the coming year, we feel like it's just going to be another banner year for the hotel. Our golf course is one of the best in the area. Our winery, working closely with Michael Reedy. I mean, what a great compliment to any stay for a weekend or for a business week for our hotel. So we're excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt. Well, we mentioned before that you have had great events here. You have another huge event coming up, and that is your New Year's Eve party. Tell us all about that.
Yes, and I think that's a great one about social media. We were our Renaissance, which we all know about Nashville, and our Renaissance general manager at our Nashville hotel called us and said, "John, your New Year's Eve package was noted on the Dow Jones app." I guess he was looking at his stocks.
Yeah.
And it was all about our New Year's Eve party. So it's getting out everywhere.
Yeah.
It's all about social media. But what we're trying to do is we're going to have a great event for our community. It's going to be safe because we want people to stay overnight. So we've got a great low room rate. All you have to do is go on our website at our www.marriottmeadowview.com, and we'll have that information available at all times. So.
And including like who the entertainment's going to be, how to get tickets, and all of that, all that information. Well, and of course, if we were talking about events, Bob would not let me get out of this interview with you if we didn't, of course, mention the big event that's coming up in February.
Sure.
Which your fantastic team just makes look like it's the easiest thing in the world. We have seen all of the work there that goes into it. And of course, I'm talking about the Chamber's annual dinner. 68th annual dinner for them. You all have just done an amazing job of hosting it. Tell us what that event means for you.
Well, first of all, I thought they meant 170 when they told me that. Because again, I've been in Newport Beach, California, Orlando, Florida, Chicago, Illinois, and about another 7 other places. And I've never attended a chamber dinner with that much participation. So it's something that has to be a great partnership between the resort and our chamber. So it's a great opportunity to see local businesses, and it's a great opportunity to showcase the resort.
Yeah, and you do a great job of it.
Oh, absolutely. First class in everything you do here at Meadowview.
Yeah.
John, if we want to book our next party, event, convention, fan club meeting, where can people find more information on the Meadowview Marriott?
Well, again, the best thing to do is go right onto our website. I mean, you can go onto our Marriott.com and then go right to Marriott Meadowview, and it'll go right there. And from there, you can get a link to anything you want, including our New Year's Eve package.
Awesome. Well, John Rothkopf, welcome to Kingsport.
It's been a pleasure. So.
We are thrilled to have you here. We just can't wait for another fantastic year at Meadowview, and we'll see you actually in a month.
That's
for
right,
our
yes.
Kingsport annual dinner.
I'm excited about it, and then it should be fun, and that's part of the part of the fun.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, John. It's
Okay,
good to
thanks,
see you.
Thanks, Bob.
And when we come back on your CZ, we'll be joined by WJHL's Dan Cates, who will be here to talk about that party of all parties. Yes, we're all about your Kingsport Chamber annual dinner right after this.
And welcome back to the special holiday edition of your Kingsport Chamber Zone.
And this festive and fun holiday party going on all around us here is getting everyone in the Christmas spirit. That's also helping to put everyone in the mood for Kingsport's social event of the year. Yes, it's your Kingsport Chamber 68th annual dinner, the largest one in
The galaxy,
the known
until someone proves us wrong.
in the known galaxy. Till someone, no one has done that yet.
No.
Maybe it's just because people don't like talking to us. That could be. But yes, that fun affair is set for Friday, February the 6th, right here at Meadowview. Here now with every last nugget of information that you could possibly want on this popular affair is the chair of the event and our good friend and the president and general manager of WJHL News Channel 11, Mr. Dan Cates. Dan, it's good to see you.
Good to see you guys too. Thank you so much for having me.
We're glad to have you on the show. The CBS affiliate is returning for its 16th. Yikes! Yes, 16th consecutive year of hosting this popular winter bash.
It's only Dan's third, though, dealing
Only
with
Dan's
you.
third. I was 16 years of dealing with me. Even I have to admit that's a long time. But Dan's only had to endure it for 2 now, going on 3. But
Yeah.
Dan, it's hard to believe it's December, it's the holidays, and we're already chatting Kingsport Chamber annual dinner. So give us some of the details.
Well, we like to look at it as Sweet 16. We can all get our driver's license now. But it is hard to believe. The year flies by, and this comes very quick. So I feel like we need a drum roll again as far as the details to mark your calendar. Friday, February 6th. That's Friday, February 6th is the event. The reception will start at 6 p.m., dinner and entertainment at 7 p.m., and just what an event it's going to be. Anybody and everybody that you could possibly want to see will be here. Everybody will be very happy and in a great mood, and it's the social event of the year, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, when you say anybody and everybody will be here, that is if they have a ticket. And because once those tickets go on sale, they go fast. It's a hugely popular event. 1,700 people turn out for this. Why does it remain so popular?
Well, again, this is my third here, and I learned my first year it is the hottest ticket in town. Every year it sells out. Everybody wants to be here, and that's because it's so much fun. You're treated well. You've got great food, terrific entertainment, and it's just a place that you want to be, and that's why there's 1,700. If we could hold more, there would be more.
If we just need to knock that wall out, don't we, Dan?
Something like that.
Go ahead, Laura.
I was just going to say, as far as the tickets are concerned, because they will be a hot item, when do those go on sale and how much are they?
Now, those tickets will go on sale on Monday, January 5th. I want to make sure that I get that right. Tickets are $110. They go on sale Monday, January 5th to chamber members, the Kingsport Chamber members. But the great news is even if you're not a chamber member, you can still buy tickets. The general public ticket sales start on Wednesday, January the 7th. Now, tickets can be purchased at your Kingsport Chamber. That's on Clinchfield Street next to Food City in downtown Kingsport, or by calling the Chamber at 392-8800. That's 392-8800. Now, and it's not just a ticket to the event. There's so much more. Your ticket includes a great meal here at Meadowview, which we've been fortunate enough to sample and help select what's going to be served, but we're not going to tell you that.
Do we need another sampling?
I think so, especially dessert. Especially dessert. We're not going to reveal the secret of what it's going to be until the next Chamber Zone show, but it is outstanding. I can vouch for that. It's also, if you buy the ticket for $110, it's also good for a free ticket to any Symphony of the Mountains Orchestra concert in 2015, and that's tremendous entertainment as well. So you're getting so much bang for your buck whenever you get a ticket to the annual dinner. We also just want to again make the point, it's for everyone. Everyone is invited, not just Kingsport Chamber members, but get your tickets as soon as you can in early January, because they will be sold out again. The old saying, if you snooze, you lose.
Right.
You don't want to wait, because they always go fast.
Well, 2 other reasons why it's always a sold-out event. One,
because we're there.
Well, because we're there, but no one ever sits with us. But the incredible job your team does at WJHL, Dan. You all are always phenomenal, just first class. We want to thank you all for that.
Yes.
But also because of the big entertainment, and entertainment's always classy. It's already a buzz talking about it this year.
It brings a smile to my face and everyone, because some big news and big developments this year. Party on the Moon, the nation's #1 party band, will be back, and it's backed by popular demand. And as you know, and we say every time they've been here before, they play events nationwide. They even play worldwide, and they play for a lot of celebrities. In addition to playing for President Obama's inaugural, they've also played Eli Manning's wedding. For 5 straight years, they were the entertainment for Donald Trump's New Year's Eve party, and you know he only goes for the best of everything. So they play today's hits as well as popular and favorite dance and party music that we all know and love, everything from Tina Turner to Katy Perry. It's high energy, it's nonstop, and that's the most impressive thing to me in years past, that once they start, they don't stop.
No, they don't.
You know, and it just goes from one to another. The dance floor fills up fast, and
tables get moved out of the way.
It's so much fun. All of that, in addition to the incredible dinner, even a few surprises that even I don't know about yet. So I'm eager to find out about that, and we'll do that as we get closer. But it is a fun, and that's all caps FUN night for the annual chamber dinner.
Your surprise is where you'll be sitting that night.
That's never a surprise, Bob.
No, Dan, in addition to the entertainment, it's also a night for people to wear that new dress. Laura always has to go buy a new dress. My wife always has to go buy a new dress. Wear that new tuxedo and just get dressed up and have fun with 1,700 of your closest friends.
Absolutely. Right? It's got a Hollywood feel to it. You know, almost like red carpet. We will have a red carpet, and people they dress their best. I mean, they come out, they look fantastic. They have a lot of fun. You feel good. You know, we're certainly going to count on the weather being great that night. So I'll get with Mark Reynolds, and we'll make sure that we get a guarantee that, you know, these few months out. But it's just an incredible event. It's almost got a kind of a royal feel to it, and it's so much fun. So definitely don't wait to get your tickets.
And, you know, we talked before, of course, WJHL being on board for 16 years, which is just amazing. And thank you again so much for your commitment to making this possible. It's also possible through the help of a lot of other sponsors, too. This isn't just the Chamber's annual dinner. This is a lot of work from a lot of different people. Absolutely.
And WJHL, we look forward to it every year. I think of everything that we do, the staff loves this. It's at the very top of the, you know, everybody wants to sign up and be part of it. But in addition to the WJHL News Channel 11 being the host sponsor, we do want to go through the list of the other sponsors, and I want to get it right. Eastman Chemical Company is the title sponsor, so we appreciate Eastman. The entertainment sponsor, Holston Valley Medical Center. The concert hall and stage sponsor is Eastman Credit Union. The program sponsor is Appalachian Power. And the education sponsor, we're happy to bring on board East Tennessee State University. Dr. Nolan and his staff are very pleased to be part of it this year, and we appreciate their involvement. The associate sponsor is Wilson Worley, and the printing sponsor this year is Food City. In total, more than 100 corporate sponsors, and that's almost unheard of, to be able to get that many to agree to come on board and to be part of the same kind of effort. So 100 corporate sponsors, and the wonderful Kingsport Chamber members are supporting their Kingsport Chamber's major fundraiser, and we can't wait. So we appreciate those sponsors.
Absolutely. Well, Dan, it's going to be another big night. It's another popular affair, and thanks to you and WJHL for all you do, not only for your Kingsport Chamber, but also for your Kingsport Chamber's annual dinner. We greatly appreciate it.
Well, we're thrilled to do it. We're honored that you, again, have asked us, and we look forward to many more years, and it's hard to believe it's been 16 and 68 for the Chamber, but we look forward to many, many more. But right now, the focus is on this year.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Dan, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned. Sorry, go ahead, Bob.
So again, for tickets for your Kingsport Chamber annual dinner, they go on sale in early January. Just call your Kingsport Chamber at 392-8800 or go to kingsportchamber.org.
Make sure you get that last plug in for it. I understand. Stay tuned, because when we come back, we're going to break out the crystal ball and see what's in store for Kingsport in 2015 right after this.
And welcome back to your Kingsport Chamber Zone on location from the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center and a very fun Kingsport Chamber holiday after hours.
Everybody's in the holiday spirit. It's a very festive atmosphere. Everybody's feeling really good. We are continuing that vibe because we have one of our favorite guests on the show with us. And that is because he is the man who always brings us good news about what's going on in Kingsport. And it is none other than the incomparable Tim Whaley with the City of Kingsport. He is the Director of Community and Government Relations for the city. And he always brings a sleigh full of good news. And I have no doubt that this is going to be
I'm taking you both with me wherever I go. Thank you for the warm introduction. It's always good to be with you all.
It's deserved, Tim. We just have had such a banner year in Kingsport. 2014 is going out with a bang. Kingsport's finishing strong.
Yeah, no doubt. And you know, normally when I come on and visit with y'all, I talk about a lot of numbers, but I think there's a couple we don't talk about enough, and that is really how giving a community Kingsport is. If you want to ask where's our community at, I think you can look at things like United Way donations for this year, well over $4 million.
Amazing.
Biggest year they've ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just tremendous, and that means that, number one, folks have the confidence in where our community is to make that kind of investment to help others. So that's a huge number. Santa Train, which the Chamber's obviously up to its eyeballs in and does a great job with 40 some odd years. It's amazing. 15 tons of donated toys, 15,000 items of sweaters and hats and gloves. I mean, that's just remarkable, and that's what makes our community so special.
Especially when you consider the size of our community,
Oh, absolutely.
too.
50,000 people to produce those kinds
great.
of numbers is just remarkable.
Yeah. And also some other great numbers. We were talking off camera that the number of accomplishments and developments that have occurred in our city this past year is just absolutely staggering when you start to think about it.
yeah, definitely.
So quickly highlight just some of those.
Well, I mean, Eastman is the biggest,
Right,
obviously.
yes.
They're really just getting started on Project Inspire, a $1.6 billion multi-year investment in the community. You can see their new corporate business office coming to life across from their current campus. That's the largest building permit in the city's history, about $74 million in that project for the building permit at least. And of course, 300 or more jobs over the next few years as they begin to increasingly ramp up. And they have a number of new production facilities. They're going to add employment and obviously output as well.
That's great.
It's incredible. And Tim, it's the Christmas season, so something we always look forward to is to look under that Christmas tree every Christmas morning to see what we might have under there for us, what packages our name will be on. Laura's always still looking for ones for me.
I do. That's a lot.
But the city is no different. So what might be under the city's Christmas tree this year, coming year, with in terms of new stores, restaurants?
Actually, in industrial manufacturing has been really good.
Right.
One thing that hasn't got a lot of attention is the revival of the old AGC glass plant
Sure.
as Heritage Glass.
Yes.
I just had lunch with Eric Kearney, who is over that facility this week. 120 jobs back at that facility that's been in Kingsport for almost 100 years. They're making glass, have been for 42 days now. Really neat process too. It's one of those things that a lot of production lines you can actually slow back or idle down, but when you're making this ribbon of glass, as they call it, you got to have buyers on the other end. They're putting people to work. Great facility to see come to life. And Telehearts for next year.
That was exciting, yes.
In downtown, and really that's where I look for the next year. A lot of exciting things happening. You look at all the restaurants. If you haven't been to McAdoo's, any of your viewers out there, you're not going to believe how neat that restaurant is and what they've invested in that facility. But 100 jobs in the medical area of work. Certainly as many as 350 or 500 jobs in the future. That's going to have a major impact. That's what we want to see happening downtown. I can't name, there's a dozen new restaurants. A new privately funded sportsplex, TNT, is underway. That's going to have 4 regulation high school sized basketball courts, and of course KCV, Kingsport Convention and Visitors Bureau, almost $10 million a year they bring in for sports athletics, amateur youth athletics. That's going to have an impact as well, and I think we're going to continue to see that grow. We have the new ball field complex underway and hopefully going to be complete next year. It's on time and on budget. So really those are the kinds of things I think we're going to see a lot of success with.
Well, and of course, we always look forward to the new retail developments going on in the area, the new big developments going on in the area, and there are some big ones just around the corner, several different developments that have actually been underway for a couple of years.
Yeah, and Aldi's out on East Stone Drive as a unique grocery concept. My wife was so excited when she found out they were coming.
I love Aldi.
Yeah, and that's a little different kind of concept. A couple other things that I know or we hope, we have both fingers crossed, are going to come soon. But East Coast Wings, we're really happy for Bob Feathers and the success that he's seeing with that franchise. I know it's a big hit. I hear people talking about eating there all the time. So you see that vitality. I mean, we've had a dozen restaurants a year open, and most of them stay open.
Right.
So we're really pleased with where that development is coming.
It's awesome.
And Kingsport has a great track record when new restaurants come to town, new stores that are met with great acclaim.
I'm sorry.
Well, when Kingsport has a new store or restaurant that opens, it always opens with great popularity.
Yeah, it really does. And, you know, it just builds the base. It actually, some people are kind of naysayers and say, well, that's just going to take from what. It actually grows the base, which is good for everyone. So.
Tim, where can we find all this great news or even more information on the city of Kingsport?
Well, always check out kingsportchamber.org and, of course, kingsporttn.gov.
Well, Tim Whaley, our favorite Santa elf, Christmas elf, who always comes with such great Christmas cheer with the city of Kingsport. Thanks for joining us. And
thanks for having me.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you and you all. Hope you have a great one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Stay tuned. We're going to put the final bow on this Kingsport Chamber Zone right after this.
Well, it's time to close this Christmas edition of your Kingsport Chamber Zone. We moved here in front of Laura's Christmas tree, and you did quite the decorating job there. No wonder I haven't seen you in 2 weeks.
It was we decided to downsize a little bit this year, so that's what we came up with.
Well, that's part of the Festival of Trees here at Meadowview. I think Laura bid on this one and won it. And I can't wait to see you get it in the house.
I can't wait to see you get it on your car to bring it to my house.
Yes, that will be fun too. We want to thank the great team here at the Meadowview Marriott for hosting us. They always do a fabulous job, and as always, the wonderful team at Charter Media for producing our show.
They are fantastic. We also want to remind you to find out everything that's going on in Kingsport. Of course, you can watch us here on your Kingsport Chamber Zone. You can also check out the chamber events at kingsportchamber.org. Give them a call at 392-8800. And if you're feeling social, they are as well. So you can like them on Facebook and you can follow them on Twitter.
And a couple of holiday shout outs. Don't forget the big New Year's Eve party right here on Meadowview on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Nothing gets by us here on the CZ. That would be Wednesday, December 31st at 7 p.m. Just go to meadowviewmarriott.com for all the information.
And speaking of big parties, we have one more that we, of course, want to plug for you, and that is the 68th Annual Kingsport Chamber Dinner, and that will be here as well at Meadowview. That will be on Friday, February the 6th. Tickets go on sale to Chamber members on January the 5th and to the general public on January the 7th. They are $110 each. Please get them fast because they will be sold out. You can get your tickets at the Kingsport Chamber of Commerce. You can call them at 392-8800 to do that.
And until our next visit together, which will
I have a surprise.
Oh, she has a surprise. I always love it when Laura says she has a surprise.
I have a surprise. Well, Bob, it's a small Christmas gift, which is not something that I picked up here. It's not like one of Meadowview's poinsettias or anything like that. And it's not from one of the gifts over there, okay? But it is a small token of what Chris and I think of you, Laura, and kids, and we just wanted you to have it for this holiday season.
Thank you, my dear. And you're a gift to me every day throughout the year. I rarely say that, but are we still,
you're being serious,
are we still taping? The camera's still, the light's still on.
I was waiting for the joke.
Thank you, my dear.
You're welcome.
And until our next visit to Canada, which will be, in 2015, it's hard to believe.
Yes.
We are Bob and my good friend Laura, reminding you, especially actually wishing you and your family a joyous Christmas and a very happy New Year, and reminding you, especially during this Christmas holiday shopping season, to please be loyal
and buy local. Happy holidays.